Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine, and today we're going to do an entire workout using a gallon jug of water. So if you don't have a gallon jug of water, you can wait until next time when you can go get one at the store. You don't have to buy one. Lots of times you can just use, if you have a gallon jug of milk and you fill it with water. I actually have a couple down here that I use. One is full. I've never opened it. So it weighs 8 pounds, right? So a gallon weighs 8 pounds. My other one is about 2/3 full. So it's probably about 5 pounds, maybe six. I haven't weighed it, but I know that it's less weight. So, you can save your gallon jugs from milk and just fill them up and make different weights. That's a great way to kind of make your own dumbbell set. Um, and if it's just water, it doesn't matter if it spills a little, but generally they're pretty airtight and they don't spill. So, I actually use, this one is a vinegar jug. So it's so easy to find things around your house to work out with. So we're gonna do an entire workout with a gallon jug today. So first of all, we're gonna start on the floor with chest press. So I'm gonna take this gallon jug, we're gonna lie down on the floor with your feet flat on the floor, knees bent. And we're going to take this right in your hands like this. Now, if you feel like you need more than, 8 pounds to do this exercise, you can grab two and press up like this. So there's lots of different ways you can make this work for you and your home. Another way you could do it is put like a dowel in between two of them and then hold the dowel. You have to be really careful with that because, if they're moving around a little bit, you don't want it to fall on you. I'm just going to use one so I can show you how to do this in good form. You want to keep your shoulders down away from your ears, flatten that back to the floor, and just press straight up. So we're going to keep our elbows in nice and close with this one. If you do find that it's a little bit light for you and you're using one, using two seems a little bit hard or unreasonable, what you can do is slow it down, especially on the way down. Just slow it down and you can even do more. So do 20 instead of 10 or, something like that. Whatever you can do so you kind of get that fatigue near the end. You want those muscles to be working hard enough that they get fatigued, that they start to feel tired, that it's getting to be harder by the end of the set. So remember to keep that back flat, keep your back flat to the floor so you're engaging your abs here as well. Keep breathing, focus on keeping those shoulders down away from your ears. Let's do two more. I don't know how many I've done. I know I've done more than 10, but this is a lighter weight. And we're really working on trying to fatigue those muscles. So this is working your chest muscles and your triceps. So it's similar muscles to the push-up, only quite a bit less intense. Okay, now we're going to stand up. Remember to stand up with good form. So knee, stand up nice and tall. Okay. Now I'm going to do some squats. So I'm going to keep this right between my knees. I'm going to lift this camera up just a little more. And I'm going to treat it kind of like a kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell at home, go ahead and use it, but it's kind of fun to use different stuff. So I'm going to put this right between my knees and drop it down to the floor like I'm going to set it down. So you're sitting back, sitting those hips back, and just setting it right down in between your feet. So I'm keeping my chest tall. My eyes are focusing on the wall across from me to help me keep my chest tall, and the weight is in my heels. If it's too hard for you to hang on to like that and it's hurting your hands, hang on to it like this. And we can do the same thing. We're just hold it closer to our bodies here. So just really focus on sitting those hips back. Weight is in your heels. And nice and slowly both directions. Think about on the way up, squeeze your glutes. Think about squeezing them. The more you think about activating muscles, the more muscle fibers get recruited to the party. So Nice and slowly. All right, last one. Okay, now hang on to that jug. If you need to, you can grab a smaller weight. But I want you to hang on to it like this. So if you've been hanging on to it with the handle in one hand, switch it so that your hands are kind of getting equal opportunity. The one reason I like using odd-shaped objects is that your hands have to work a little more. So if this is really bothering your hands with arthritis, you could use a medicine ball for all of these, so it might be easier on your hands. But generally, hanging on to things a little bit more differently is a good way to strengthen your hands. Okay, so we're gonna do some side chops. I just want you to punch it out. I'm gonna switch hands because it's slipping out that way. We're gonna chop it out one side and then the other. So I'm just twisting my torso, keeping my knees bent, my hips back just a little bit. I'm giving it a good punch. I'm gonna switch hands halfway through. Ooh, I almost threw it. But it's water, so even if I did, it wouldn't matter. Give it a good punch. Make that water slosh a little. If that feels like too much, use a lighter weight one. Or you can do this more slowly if it's not feeling good to punch. But I like to get a little bit of an explosive movement here. We're gonna do one more on each side. All right, good. Okay, now we're gonna do a triceps exercise. So I'm gonna grab my lighter one. We're gonna do tricep kickbacks. So I'm actually just gonna have you do it on the floor. So down on your hands and knees. And you're gonna put the weight in one hand and kick back like this. So hanging on to it however you can. When you hang on to it like this, the water sloshes back and forth, making it an even more difficult move. So I'm keeping my back flat. 7, 8, and then I have my elbow, the upper part of my arm is parallel to the floor. My exercise thing paused. Okay, so the upper part of my arm is parallel to the floor, and I'm just hinging here at my elbows. If you're finding that the water jug is too much for this, just do it without anything to get the feel for it, and then you can even grab a small dumbbell or a soup can would probably be a lot for this one because this one is a more challenging exercise. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So, hand on the floor directly beneath your shoulders, flat back. It's hard for you to see, my shirt's hanging down here. Flat back, and then kick back. You're just keeping that upper arm parallel to the floor, and you're just hinging at your elbow. Remember, if it's too much, grab something different. 3 more. Keeping that back nice and flat. All right, very, very good. Okay, remember, if you want to use your dumbbells for these, that's fine, you can. But I think it's kind of fun to mix it up. Okay, triceps kickback. Next one we're gonna do is we're gonna lower down to the floor and do a Russian twist using this. So, I'm gonna bring that camera down again. Again, you can use a medicine ball or a dumbbell or nothing. Actually, you can do this with just body weight. Grab that gallon jug, and so the position that you're in is your heels are on the ground, you're anchoring here, and then another good thing to do here is maybe put a little, a small ball or a rolled up towel right in your sacrum to kind of give you just a little bit more support, because you're gonna lean back and anchor right there, keeping your torso still tall. We're not crunching like this, nice and tall. And I want you to twist side to side taking that jug to the floor each side. So this is a really great core exercise. If you find you need more of a challenge, lean back a little bit more. If you find you need less of a challenge, sit up a little bit more. But you do really kind of want to be leaning back to challenge those abs. And then also you can always do more. If you find this is too much with the gallon jug, pretend you're holding something and you can go back and forth like this. Try to get it all the way to the floor on each side. Okay, those are Russian twists. Remember to put something in the small of your back here if you feel like you need that support for your back. Okay, the last one we're going to do is a single leg stand. So we're going to come back to standing. And all we're going to do is take that jug and move it from side to side. From hand, we're going to all change hands. So stand on one foot. Remember to do this near something sturdy, a bar or a treadmill or your kitchen sink, something like this. And I want you to just take the jug and pass it back and forth between your hands, in front of your body and behind your body. And now we'll go the opposite way. And just keep passing it. So you're changing the weight from side to side, making your body have to adjust to stay sturdy and stable, even though the weight is going from side to side. If you need to make it a little harder, you can take it out even further away from your body. All right, let's switch sides. To begin with though, just switch hands in front and in back, and then switch the direction that you're going. And like I said, if you need to make it harder, take that weight further away from your side. You can even take it forward. Whoops. Out. Just be sure this doesn't bother your shoulders. If it bothers your shoulders, keep it in close. But this will challenge your balance even more, taking that weight out away from your body before you change hands, because you're having to stabilize while that weight is going off away from your center of gravity. Okay. Challenge yourself and try to do about 30 seconds on each leg. If you need more, do a minute. If you can't quite hold it, it's okay. Push your foot down and you can just keep working on it for 30 seconds at a time. All right, remember to follow the whole thing with stretches, but try to complete these through 2 to 3 times if you've got the time. And always reach out to me if you need any suggestions or if you need any alterations. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much, and keep moving, everybody.